Hello everyone, how you doing today? My name's Allison and this is my channel, Green Goddess Stitching, plant seeds and stitching. It's that kind of day. Welcome to all. I know I've had a few new subscribers. I want to extend a very warm welcome to you, and to all my returning viewers, welcome. Grab yourself a cup of tea. This will be a bit of a shorter video. I don't have a lot to share with you today, but that's okay. But this is my channel where I share my adventures in gardening and cross stitch, and I just did a garden chat video, so if you're into gardening, please check that out. For the new subscribers, just a little bit about me. I've only been stitching since 2022, so I'm relatively new to cross stitch. I'm still learning all there is to know. And there's lots that I don't know. I'm still discovering what I like to stitch and what I don't like to stitch. So far, I haven't come across a lot that I don't like to stitch. I am discovering some new designers and stuff like that I'm enjoying. If you want to get a hold of me, I do put my email address in the show notes, and I do have a P.O. Box mailing address. If you want to drop me a line that way, you're more than welcome to. And yeah, so welcome to a Flosstube for February. I haven't done, like I said, I haven't done too much. I know January and February are hard months for me to get through. I have a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety during these months for whatever reason, but I feel like I've lost my stitchy bug a little bit, even though I've still been stitching. I just haven't been stitching as much. I haven't felt as motivated. I don't know if it's just because of the weather or what, but it's currently a beautiful, bright, sunny day. It's February 11th. Temperature outside is a lovely -6 degrees Celsius, so it's actually quite a nice day out there. We did have some fog overnight, which in the morning when we got up, had the trees all covered in frost, so it was a very, very picturesque and beautiful morning out here at the farm. I do bounce between Meadow Lake and Saskatoon. I am actually originally from Saskatoon, and my partner has a farm just outside of Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan, so I'm back and forth all the time. But yes, so it's get on with some cross stitch. The first project that I'm going to share with you is my oldest WIP, and it is the World of Cross Stitch monthly stitch along from 2023. It was designed by Doreen Jones, called Life is Sweet, and that's the project. And so I am almost finished. I'm hoping for a finish this year. So I've just started the third last motif. So the last motif that I finished was this one here, that little mug cake. And so the next one over, I brought the border down, all the way down. I needed to make sure that that was all lined up, and it is, so I'm very happy with that. And then I started on this border that goes across here. That's got some more stitching to go on that, so it's not finished. And then I started, the green is part of the background for this motif, which is a trio of cupcakes. And then I have started on the first cupcake right here. So yes, I'm very, very happy and excited. I love this project. This is my comfort stitch. I love the colors. I love Doreen Jones's sense of color. They're cheerful, they're bright, they're happy. You know, this is, like I said, it was a comfort stitch for me. As much as I want a finish on this, I'm probably going to be sad when it is finished because it's been such a wonderful project to work on. So yeah, very happy with that. Yeah, very happy. So this is probably going to be my focus piece for the next while until it is finished. I would love to have it finished before the summer hits, when we get busy, because that's when we're going to get busy with the garden. So that would be nice to have a finish on that before that happens, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see. Next up is Star Dragon by All Forest Embroidery. so this is where I'm at. So I did part of the dragon's head here. I added all that in. And then I also did all of this in here. So I am stitching this on a 16 count Aida called Porcelain from Roxy Floss. So where I'm working is in here. So I did all this in here and I've started on this dragon's head. And so what I would like to do is continue working up, but I would also like to find the edge of the pattern here. So this is the edge of the pattern on this side. So I'd like to do that on this side so I know where that edge is, and then just work up and then eventually do the bottom part. So that is Star Dragon. It feels like a slower stitch to me. I'm not sure why, but it just seems to take a little longer to do. But that's okay. That's okay. It all eventually gets stitched. So that is Star Dragon. And next up is this is a Vintage Dimensions kit that I got at a secondhand store. And this is called Garden Collectibles, and this is from 1995. So I'm currently working in this area. In here, there's a seed box and the nest. So I got a bit of a thread there. Oh, yeah. It's still in the hoop because I was sort of just working on it. So, so there we go. So that's the seed box in here, and I've got most of this bird nest done. I was doing some of that in there. I'm hoping to kind of go up. There's a basket right there, a handle of a basket right there, and then there's a birdhouse kind of next to it. But I would like to finish off this seed box. There is a lot of back stitching in this, so I'm probably, once I get this done and this, I'll probably do a little bit of the back stitching, so that if I do it as I go, then it's not quite as a task to do it bite-sized. You do bite-sized chunks of it, then it's not quite so bad, right? So that is Garden Collectibles. My basic goal is to get on this one and on the Star Dragon is to get some significant progress on them. Like, I'm not hoping for a finish on this. I just want to get some significant progress. But I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's not a fast stitch. I do spend a lot of time just staring at the pattern, just trying to figure out what my next direction to go in, what the next color to do, kind of thing. So yeah. All right, and then, my next project. So this is my temperature project, my temperature chart. So this is the chart that I'm working on. I chose this one because I liked the definitive sections for each month. Not all of the temperature charts do that, but I liked how it was all each month is distinct. So this is where I'm at. So I'm stitching this on a 16 count something parchment, I think. So January is complete. I do have a little bit of back stitching. I still have to put his arms, the snowman's arms, in there, and I still have a little bit of white to do at the top of the February one, but that can still be done. So yeah, so that's January and the beginning of February. So beginning of January was cold, probably minus 18, 19. And then we had a couple of really cold days up in here where it was like minus 27 degrees Celsius, and it warmed up and it's gotten warm again. down in here. It's been unseasonably warm, unusually warm for February for us. And then I've started on the March, the row for March. I'm trying to stay ahead a little bit with this stitching. And so what I do is I'm using Meadow Lake as my location, and I've been recording the temperatures down in my planner here. Whoops, if I can get it open. So this is January, and so what I do, I was just recording the highs and the lows, even though I'm only stitching the high temperature for the day. I'm recording both, and then I put a little check mark beside it to indicate that I've actually stitched that day, because I discovered early on I was getting confused, and I'm like, did I stitch that day? Did I not stitch that day? So I thought, oh, I'll just put a check mark by it, indicating that it's been stitched, and then I'm okay, and then I'm all right. So, but yes, it's been unusually warm. February can be our coldest month. Quite often it is. Quite often we'll get Arctic blasts that will settle in over over the province for the entire month, but we've been fortunate. It's been warm, like right around the melting point, like the freezing point warm, so that's unusual for this time of year, but that's all right. I got a loose needle here. I gotta pick that up. There we go. So that is my temperature chart. That's most of what I've been doing. I've had to kind of revise my intentions, my plans, my goals. I know I wanted to do like a Christmas ornament a month. I've realized that that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. I've got a Prairie Schooler Santa that I'm stuck on. I haven't worked on it in a while. I started it back in December and I haven't finished it yet. So I'll probably still try and plug away at it as best I can. But yeah, I don't think I'll be getting the ornaments done that I hope to get done. If I can get at least a couple done, that'd be nice in a way. But we'll see how that goes. My other thing was I wanted to limit the number of new starts. I've got enough I got enough whips on the go. What I have for whips is a fraction, I know, of what a lot of other people have, but what I do have is enough for me. Like, just when I think about what I've got on the go, it kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety. So I don't like having too many unfinished projects sitting around. So I'm not saying no to new starts. I'm just trying to limit my new starts. That said, I do have a new start. I was kind of looking around for maybe a subscription box or something like that, something to make things a little interesting, maybe bring a little more motivation. I looked at a couple, but I quickly realized that I probably wouldn't stitch that style of pattern. I was even looking at a membership with Caterpillar Cross Stitch, but I'm like, oh, how much would I actually make use of that? I mean, I know they have lots of perks, but I just wasn't sure it was worth it for me. So, and then I guess I just happened to see at the right time a Facebook post from Tiny Modernist, and she is started a 6-part mystery stitch along called These Plants Can Kill, which, as you can see, I have acquired. So this is available on her Patreon. I don't know if it's on her regular website, but it's on her Patreon. I did join her Patreon. Now, please, someone correct me if I'm wrong about this, but my understanding is that you don't need to be a member of the Patreon to purchase this. I think anyone can go in and purchase it, I think. So, but I did join her Patreon just for something new, something different, just, I know I've heard lots of people, they'll join an artist for a year and then they'll move on to someone else, or maybe for 6 months or something. And so I think that might be what I might do. I do like Tiny Modernist. I love her designs, so I might just hang out with Tiny Modernist for a year and then next year find someone else. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I did purchase this. I did join her Patreon, and I did start this. I did start part 1. I'm hoping to get part 1 finished before part 2 comes out. I think it's supposed to come out on the 15th of February. So this is my new start. Yeah, I guess I was in that frame of mind where I needed something to motivate me. I needed something to inspire me. Like I was feeling a little bit down. Like I said, I sometimes in the dead of winter I get that seasonal depression kind of thing. So I'm like, oh, I need something to just brighten the thought patterns. And so this was it, I guess. So something fresh, something new. And so yes, I'm very happy with it. So it is, part 1 is mostly finished. I do have to finish the vine. Like there's a flower vine in here. I do have to do the skull and the lettering at the top. And of course the back stitching. But it's almost finished. So I'm hoping to kind of continue working on this for the next few days to try and see if I can't get it mostly done before the next part comes out. So yeah, so that's what I've been working on. Not a terrible amount of stitching. I do feel like my stitchy bug has dimmed a little bit, maybe. Sorry, my screen's a little bit crooked. I gotta get a new tripod. Sorry. Yeah, it's been a couple of months. You know, it's been quiet. We haven't had any markets. We had one market this past weekend. It was a Valentine themed market. We did okay. We actually sold quite a few stuff, but not all the vendors did well. It's kind of a tough time of year to have vendor markets because people they're not quite in that mood to spend money and to buy gifts and stuff like that. But we did okay because we sell food products, basically. You know, we sell jams and jellies and honey. Honey is our best selling product, is the honey. So people they'll consume it, they'll use it up, they'll eat it, and then they'll probably come back and buy more. So that's the main reason why I think we do well, is just the nature of the product that we have. So, but yeah, it's other than that, it's been pretty quiet. And then of course I got sick. As soon as the market was over, I ended up catching some sort of stomach bug. Glenn didn't get it, fortunately, lucky for him. But I was down and out for 2 days with gut issues. So I don't know if it was an actual flu bug or a stomach bug or something I ate or what, but it was nasty. So and that didn't help. So I did no stitching on those days at all, none. But I've been trying to do my stitching, usually in the evenings, you know, after whatever chores we've had to do or take care of have been finished. Then I kind of do my stitching then. I've got a few projects I still need to work on. I do have a few new starts that I want to get going on, and of course I keep finding new stuff, new inspiration. I recently watched it was Love Poppet, her Flosstube. I've heard of Love Poppet, but I hadn't really looked at her her designs, and then just watching her video, I'm like, oh my god, I actually absolutely fell in love with her designs. So I'm hoping to maybe acquire some of her patterns. Oh, sorry about that. Glenn just came down. I know he doesn't like being in the videos. So I've lost my train of thought, but I did want to add for this. I am stitching this on a 14 count Ada that I dyed myself, and I am using three threads for over one square because I like the way it fills the space better and doesn't leave as many kind of gaps. So yes, this is fabric that I dyed myself. I'm pretty happy with it. It's probably a little more green, maybe, I don't know. But I'm happy. It's kind of what I had in mind. I know I wanted to try and do some fabric stash enhancement. I don't have a lot of stitchy fabric, so I'm trying to build that up. Even if it's just buying, you know, the cheap stuff from Michael's or something. But it is nice to be able to buy the stuff, the dyed stuff. But this was just more, it was faster and more economical for me to just do it myself. You know, it's not professional, but it turned out nice. It turned out decent. I'm pretty happy. So yes, goals for the rest of the year. Don't know. Rest of the month, just continue working on what I'm working. Maybe I'll try and schedule in some days to work on that Prairie Schooler Santa, just to try and get a little more progress on it. You know, it's not a very big project, but I can't seem to finish it. So. But I do have other projects I want to start. There's a couple other tiny modernist charts that I have already kitted up that I would like to start. Some spring ones. I don't have a lot of spring projects. I have a lot of fall. I have a lot of winter projects. You know, I've got some ideas of what I want to do, but yeah, and of course we're starting to get busy now. You know, we've got some seeds started. I'll be starting some here pretty quick, some more pepper seeds, and then once March hits, the gloves are off and we're going to be going great guns with everything. You know, everything from the onions to the tomatoes, more peppers. I'll probably be starting flowers for myself. Yeah, it's gonna get busy really, really soon. So yeah. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to all my new subscribers and to all of my returning subscribers. Thank you for stopping in, for having a cup of tea with me and let me share my stitching with you. It's not a lot, but you know, like I said, I think my stitchy bug is dimmed a little bit, but I'm still going, still carrying on. Again, thank you for joining me. I hope you're having a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and until next time, take care.